What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Boyt. If you didn't know, now you know. Please like, subscribe, share and comment for bangers every single time, sweetie. So as you saw by the title, I am going to be talking about dealing with mental health during lockdown. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So I jotted down a few things that I want to talk about, but besides that I'm gonna wing it because I don't know, I don't think there's going to be structure to this video, but so anyways, I think before the whole pandemic, my mental health has, I wouldn't say shaky, but there were a lot of emotions that I didn't recognize, and I didn't know how to deal with, and then the pandemic came, and then things literally went downhill. I think one thing that stressed me out the most was uncertainty, concerning school. I was in matric last year, and there was a lot of confusions, especially regarding exams, whether we're going to write mid-year prelims and final exams, are we gonna write supplementary exam, there was just a lot of confusion regarding school, and then also being at home for literally the longest time and having to adapt to home learning, having to adapt, having to have this mentality. Okay, wake up in the morning, you bath, get dressed, and then straight into book. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that was hard for me. For the most part that we were at home before we went back to school, I didn't work. Only maybe 3 to 4 weeks before we went back to school, that's when I started working. And I think I put myself under pressure because I underestimated the impact that the pandemic would have on our lives, so but let's be honest, the whole pandemic and the whole year, there's a lot of uncertainty and confusion. So I think that contributed to my mental health, to the point where everything went bad. I don't think I was mentally present when I was writing my exams, my final exams, because I was literally dead. I was not here. I was here, but I wasn't really here. And that stresses me now, looking back and thinking that, knowing that I wasn't mentally present, and now it's I cannot certainty or pass or not, when you studied and what, okay, at least one thing I know for sure is I'm gonna pass. But yeah, not with me. At those when I'm girl, I don't even know if I'm gonna meet the minimum requirements of university, so dealing with the whole thing was tough, for a lot of months last year. I didn't know how to deal with the whole thing back then. Before the pandemic, I didn't realize the importance of self-care, of checking in with yourself and taking care of yourself and taking a break when you need to take a break, you understand? So I think that's one thing I learned. Well, two things. One, check in with yourself, try be self-aware, especially in terms of how you feeling, how you acting, your thoughts and so on. Be self-aware and checking with yourself, because you feel off, you feel off and you don't know what the reason is. So I think checking with yourself, I think question yourself, if I can put it like that. For example, how am I feeling? Why am I feeling like this? What could have contributed to me feeling like this, and how do I fix that? You understand? And then secondly, it's taking time off when you're not feeling like yourself. I think taking a break is like very, 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 very important, especially when you're like not feeling well. So for me, I used to do like before the whole pandemic, I used to do self-care every Sunday. Like literally every Sunday, it's me, Epsom salts, like foam bath, face mask. Well, not face mask, but like painting, like like doing my nails and my hair and whatever. That is literally me. So like on Sundays, and I think I don't want to say it's like wrong, but thing is, it becomes a norm to the point where when you actually need to take care of yourself, it's like you don't feel like better afterwards, like it becomes normal to the point where when you're doing it to feel better, you don't feel better because it's like something you've been doing all along. Understand? So I don't think I don't want to say like self-care Sunday shouldn't be like every Sunday type thing, but I think on Sundays you can do like the minimum, like put on a face mask or paint your nails or treat your, like do a hair treatment or whatever. But I don't think you should like full on. Personally, I don't think you should like have a whole self-care Sunday, like do all these things all in one, because then how are you going to make yourself feel better when you're feeling down? Because you've been doing it all along, and it's not gonna like lift you up or lift up your mood or anything. Understand? So make it occasional, and like when you do it occasionally, like go all out, like face mask, nails, hair, bubble bath, like like you do like all these things. You do all these things like so that at the end of it you just feel like a whole brand new person. You're a whole brand new person, you understand? And then another thing that I learned that the year 2020 has taught me is to like prioritize yourself and like do the things you love. A lot has been taken away from us, like we're all sad, we're all miserable and whatnot. And I think one thing I realized is that life can literally change just like that. So I think it's about time that I put myself first, that I become selfish with myself and my space. You understand what I'm saying? Like I think this year I should and I am gonna put my happiness first, and I am gonna put my peace first. Like I'm gonna do things that I love, I'm gonna go out, be adventurous, like have fun, because we didn't get the chance to do that last year. And I feel like that's part of the reason why some of us are like so miserable, like if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like yeah, you should like we always say this though, like we literally do always say this, especially at the beginning of the year. But I think like it should be a thing where I prioritize my peace. I become self-aware to check, or okay, this person, are they adding value to my life, or are they just taking away something? Like understand what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be like selfish with my space. I'm gonna be selfish with myself. Like ukase allow man to be like in your space. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I mean yes. Number 4, learn to adapt. I think that's that low-key 2020 taught us that you need to learn to like adapt, because like I said, life changed just like that. And I think part of the reason why I was like mentally not present by the end of the year is because I couldn't adapt to like the whole thing. I couldn't adapt. Well, obviously I'm adapted to like wearing a mask, washing my hands and sanitizing and what. But like especially when it comes to school, I couldn't adapt first of all to like the at home like learning, having to like wake up in the morning, get ready, like finally a proper routine that would have allowed me to like work properly and actually like do my work. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, like there's a lot. I just couldn't adapt. So I think that's a plan. I don't know, or something that I need to start doing. Like learn to adapt. Don't be so like sad and miserable when things don't go my way, but rather have a plan A, plan B, C, D, and E to make sure, okay, whatever happens, I'm covered. You understand? So yes, and then another thing, well, the last thing is to enjoy life, like regardless of like the circumstances. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, we're at home and we're bored, but it's like more time to spend with family, more time to spend with yourself. And when you spend time with yourself, you like discover things about yourself. Like you learn to love yourself more. You learn to take care of yourself more. Like you grow as a person. Well, that's what's happening to me. Like I think I've grown, like as a person. I'm definitely not the same Hannah was in December. I can say that for sure. I could be the same to other people, but personally I feel like I'm not the same person I was like just December. Because I've been like at home for like the whole Jan. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But I think I've grown as a person. Like very often I'm becoming the person that I want to become, or the person I'm meant to become. Like a better version of myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like yeah, I'm learning like to take care of myself. I'm learning like to love myself more and not to be dependent on other people, on like, or on things for like happiness, because when that is taken away, then I'm gonna be miserable. Like, you know, learning to be okay with being like, now, like at this point in my life, I literally don't mind being alone. Actually, like I want to be alone, like literally. And my sister wants to spend time together. Like, Oshabu, what are you doing? And I'm like, okay, obviously I'm not gonna chase away, but like I put a limit to it. Like, okay, we spend 30 minutes together. After that, you dip. But yeah, I'm learning, and I think I've also become more self-aware, and I'm proud because like mentally I'm at a way better stage than I was. Like especially in Jan and like December and January, like I felt like so out of place with my life. I felt like all these things have been happening around me, and I'm literally just here like watching life go on, and I'm literally like just I felt like I was literally just here. But I could say, well, today I feel like I'm I feel like I'm in a way better space than I was in January. I don't know, like I don't know. I think yeah, change is like quite a nice thing. Not all the time, but I don't know. I feel like I'm even gonna grow more and like become more like self-aware, and then I'm like improving my mental health. So I don't know if you guys want advice, because like who am I to give like people advice? Anyway, I'd say like take care of yourself, like check in with yourself, and definitely take a needed break when you need to. Don't overwork yourself. Work, definitely work, like don't laze around, but like don't overwork yourself. Check in with yourself. Just treat yourself, man, and just decide to be grand. You know, like, you know, when you decide to be grand, like you do become grand. So like yeah, just decide to be grand, and hopefully everyone watching this is in a better space mentally compared to how they were in December, or like last year in general. And that's the end of this video. I know it's just a whole lot of BS, not really, I don't think so. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, what it do, what it is.
I do this for all my Rolandos on the road. Know they stay 10 toes, won't fold.